So like I mentioned yesterday, I record my classes, so I'm recording this right now. How'd it go? Good? Easy? And are you talking about the number line at the bottom or number 3? Number 3? So you had no clue before. What happened?
No?
What changed? You helped it? So X and Y?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. I will say this. Like anytime you can learn from a classmate, like Sydney, right? It's fantastic.
I don't know why I never did graph.
Okay. And there's all kinds of little phrases around you have to run. Have you ever, I don't know, you guys ever heard of like when you're talking about X's and Y graphing, like you have to run before you can jump? That sort of thing. You have all kinds of cute ways to remember those things, but bottom line is you need to know how to get those graphs. So I'd love to discuss or answer any questions you might have. We're going to practice this a little bit more here today. I'll learn to read your faces, what your various looks on your faces mean. And I'm struggling or I'm doing well. Looks like you're doing okay. Okay. Well, we'll keep at this. We'll keep working. So, like I said, tomorrow when you come to class, I'm going to hand you a little half sheet of paper, and it's going to look like this. And it'll be your first grade. Okay? Good?
Sounds good.
Fantastic. So let's kind of go ahead and move forward here. If you could flip over in your notes, there are some practice questions. I think they're labeled a little bit different. You might say examples or something. I want you guys to try these 4 questions. You may or may not have seen these in your pre-algebra class. Whatever the case might be, I want you to try these. We'll go over some answers together, and we'll help you where you need help. And if you're doing great, we'll give you the pat on the back and say, "Way to go!" and move on. So I want you to try these first 4 on this page. And by the way, not only is it okay for you to, talk about these with your friends at your table here, it's highly encouraged. Like during these sessions, if it's quiet, we'll probably not be in that productive. Okay, we should be like, what if I got done with these? I was sitting next to Anya, I'd look over at hers, and I'd be like, "Oh, you got -6 foot? I did too. Sweet. We agree, right?" Or I got -8 for that one, and then we have a little discussion, right? Instead of us just being quiet. So please talk. Go. Converse.
I got -6 to number 1. And then I got -3 for so that's I don't know.
Question. I got 11.
Have you asked any of your buddies at your table?
Yes.
I'd say, "Hey, Doc, how'd number 4 go for you?"
I'm doing that now.
Oh, okay. So you're just ahead of them a little bit. Why don't you wait for them?
Okay.
There's a lot going on with number 4. I would just suggest you wait for them, and we'll find out if that's right or not. Remember, we want you to talk. Compare. Sebastian, how'd you do on number 3? "Oh, I got something different. What happened? Am I right or are you right?" It's okay to do that. It's so encouraged. You can learn so much from each other just by these little interactions. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Feeling somewhat confident? Question about the last one?
Yeah.
What's your question?
So -5 minus 7 is -12. Plus 20 is 8.
Do you guys agree with him so far?
Yeah.
Minus, so you take 8 minus a -3, isn't that 11?
What do you guys think about that for number 4?
Yeah.
He's proposing 11 for number 4.
I got 10, but I messed up, so
But there's
I'll
no
redo it.
11.
Oh, you're just saying like the number line doesn't go all the way up to 11?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay.
So Trevor, do you agree that 11 is the right answer for?
Oh yeah.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Anybody want to be the writer here? Why don't you guys make sure you guys all agree on 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you can come to an agreement, why don't you guys be the writers of the answers? All right.
Okay.
Take control of the iPad and write what you think are the answers.
Okay, so.
We're gonna be seeing some answers from our table
Yeah.
back here with
-1,
Trevor, Noah, Sophia,
-3,
Lisa.
Yeah, I know.
and then 11.
See if you
Yeah.
guys agree with their answers. Might have, you ever had like a math fight?
Can I
No
zoom
fists
in?
or kicking or anything, but
Oh gosh.
I disagree
I
with
wanna
you,
mess
Mason,
up.
and here's why, and Mason's like,
Negative
what,
6.
you're wrong, and here's why. It's like a nice fight. Does it ever have math fights? Yeah.
I don't wanna. Wait, how do I write it?
You just don't.
You do it.
As long as we keep it simple.
Where is it? -6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
What was that thing?
Wait, how do I do this? I'm so confused.
You know what?
It just did a
I
weird
set you.
circle thing.
I set you up for failure. I didn't put it on the pen tool. Now it's going to work awesome.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Okay, so now you're going to see some answers. Would you
Oh,
write
that's
the
good.
numbers that go with your plot as well,
Yeah.
just so it's clear which one we're talking about?
That was a lovely dot, by the way.
That's really big.
Okay, so they got their first answer up there. Check the
-1.
scores.
What the heck is this thing?
Is it on the pen?
I think so.
Yeah. There we go. Thank
Second
you.
answer.
What the heck?
Are there snacks in the hall? You should.
Wait.
Well, we have to
Yeah.
employ some full-time trash.
Okay.
We did that.
And then I need to bring more snacks.
You can bring your own snacks.
Okay. And bingo. What's his name?
I was about to say, I was like, if I'm wrong.
You said, hey, Miss Farron, is it okay if I eat my lunch in here during
What?
class, whatever? Okay, with this, just I'm not gonna be okay with
Last
those.
one.
Where we really don't want food is just like randomly in the hallway, because that's where people are like, oh, I'm done with my hamburger. And they leave their napkin and their fork and their little paper, plates in there and all that. Very close. I typically will take the stance of, I will trust you until you prove to be untrustworthy. And in that case, it's going to just be a trash situation. So yeah,
Is
so
that
if you
your
have a
Spanish
snack in
notebook?
here, like, I get it. When I
Yeah,
was
we'll
raised, I was constantly
post
eating
it
because I was
thing
constantly hungry.
for now.
Yeah, so if you have food
Yeah,
in
so
here, I'm gonna be
my
totally
partner
fine
is
with
from
this. If
China.
there's
She's
a pile of sunflower
exchange
seeds or
student.
wrappers or
Does she know how to speak English?
No.
whatever, we're gonna.
So I can't say anything.
My dad was an exchange student in Germany, but then he like majored in
Okay,
German,
so
like
we
he
got
actually knew how to
answers,
speak
-6,
English
-1,
and German,
-3,
so he
and
was good.
11.
She doesn't know how to
Back from
speak
our
any.
table in the back corner there. What do y'all think? Agreement, disagreement? I haven't said any of those are correct yet. Just wondering if you agree with them. Anybody disagree? Anybody want to say, no, I think they're wrong on number or whatever? Okay. You got -4 on number 3?
Yeah.
Or are you just trying to disagree just to disagree? Or?
I swear to God.
Okay. I just couldn't tell. I don't know you well enough to know. Number 3.
10 minus 5 is 4.
Oh, did you say 10 minus 5 was 4? Okay. And that's where that discussion would happen, right? So, like, you can always, say, Ella, I see that you got -3 for number 3, but I got -4, right? And we have that little discussion, and she's like, but wait a minute, 10 minus 5 or whatever. And we have that discussion, and it's all good.
10 minus 5.
Okay. From a concept perspective, listen up, please. From a concept perspective, this is what I would say. If you have some number, I'll just put the little hashtag to represent some number. If you have some number plus a negative some other number, or if you have a number minus a positive number, doesn't that mean the same thing? Yeah. Doesn't that mean start wherever you're supposed to start and then move which direction? It means move left. Both of those mean start wherever you need to start and then go left the appropriate number of spaces. By the same token, another concept would be if you have this, some number plus another number, what does that mean? That means go right. And so far, maybe this makes kind of sense. This is the weird one. This is the one you had in number 4. What does it mean if you have some number minus a negative number? Which direction do we go? That means go right. And that's kind of the one that sometimes people get confused on. And so have you ever seen this? Like if you see minus a negative, you can just do maybe something like this.
Yep.
It really means plus a positive. Some people will do this. They'll see minus a negative and they'll just make this one giant plus sign. Also valid, right? That also works too. And so that's kind of the general concept with these adding and subtracting of positive and negative numbers. And this is one of those foundational skills we need to be really, really good at. And so I'm going to give you another chance, another round to practice these. If you guys would, flip ahead to your next page. And let's do something similar to what we just did. Oh, there we go. Take a look at practice 2, the second little set here of 3 questions. These get a little bit more involved. Agree or disagree. So you're being recorded right now. So go ahead, write them out. So our group up here in the front is going to...
I don't want to do it. I don't even know if I got the set. I don't know. I'll just do it.
See what they have to say.
Alright.
See if you agree with them.
I did 7 for the first one. I'm pretty sure I just did what you guys did, so. I'm like scared to use this thing.
So I would say negative.
Wait, should I put the answers down right now?
Yeah.
Alright.
Plus negative 4.
Oh my
It's
god.
recording you and your voice.
What do you guys
It's fine. Why does it matter?
If it's negative 5 plus negative 4.
How do you...
Type on the pen.
Dude, stop. I'm on the pen. Doesn't work. There we go. Eraser.
Plus negative 4.
Alright, pen. There we go. They know that's 7. And
You have to
then...
write it down, write the number down underneath.
Right, 7.
You're doing...
Alright.
have
And then 9 for second, right? Why is it doing that?
negative numbers.
It's just so annoying.
Or if you have some number minus a positive number. Exactly. So these
9. And then negative 7. Alright.
we have negative 5 plus negative 4.
Yeah, that was good. That was sick.
Didn't you go to Charity Hills?
Okay, so our fine group of folks up here in the upper right corner, or that corner over there, have 3 answers up there. Your job now is to look over what they have and agree with them or disagree with them on any one or all of them.
Look how bad my handwriting is.
Takes a little bit of practice to get used to the Apple Pencil. So
Yeah.
I struggle sometimes too.
On the 9.
They have 7, 9, and then negative 7 for the last one. So how many of you guys agree with number 1 that it's 7? They're right. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Any disagreement on number 1? I think I agree with you all. I think we're good with 1. How about number 2? They said the answer was 9. Any disagreements on number 2 there? You say the answer is not 9. So if I were to ask for agreement, everybody's hands would be up? We all agree?
Yeah.
Okay. I agree. 9. Makes perfect sense for number 2. Number 3, they've got negative 7. And I know we were having a discussion about this. Julia, Kate, Bree, and Sasha, do you guys agree with negative 7? Did you have a good discussion?
Yeah.
Okay, I think negative 7 is right for number 3. Okay, how we doing? Okay, these are all really crucial skills for us to be able to move forward. I'm glad you're doing pretty well with these. Any questions? When I say questions, like, is anybody thinking like, well, this was okay, but what if it was this? Or what if it was a little different? Anybody thinking of scenarios like that? You're always welcome to ask that. No? Okay, well, we're going to wrap this up with a couple of very conceptual
Find the difference.
items, and then a somewhat practical application. This is our last page here today. Okay, so 4, 5, and 6 are all very conceptual. So number 4, if you have a negative plus a negative, the answer would be positive, negative, or unknown. I want you to do all 3 of these. Do numbers 4, 5, and 6. Get your answers and thoughts on these here in a second.
Like negative 5. Yeah.
I think there's some really positive things going on here. I'm starting to hear some good discussions going on. I'm seeing that individual groups of tables, right? So like this group and that group, you guys are discussing. You're discussing to the point where you're starting to come up with the same answers. And so I think all of that discussion is really valuable. I do want to say this, that there were two really common answers. These were by far the two most common answers I saw. And I will say that the correct answer is one of those two. Okay? So, did you figure out?
Logic works positive. It's because like all the way back.
Okay. So the key to getting this one nailed down is this word right here. What does the word difference mean in math? Do you know? Subtraction. Okay. So here's how I would actually do this. I would say 134, and I'm supposed to subtract these two numbers, right? I'm finding the difference between them. So it'd be 134 minus, the other temperature was negative 80. So from what we practiced earlier, if you have something minus a negative, what is that really asking you to do? Add them, add a positive. So this is really plus a positive, which does come out to be 214. So 214 was the correct difference between those two temperatures. I can see those that had 54. Some of you are like, oh, I get it now. So that's good. That's where we'll leave it for today. Guys, I was hoping this would turn out this way. We've got about